It's December 20th, 2021. The rooftop looks pretty much the same. The thing that has changed the most, I think, is the saffron. The leaves are getting longer. Yeah, so it's looking bushier. Here's another saffron pot. Here's the raspberry. That berry that was pollinated a few weeks ago are now mature and has turned red. Here's the pine tree. You can see it's flowering. These looks like male flower to me, so they're not going to form pine cones. And here's the lavender. Still some new growth. Rosemary is actively growing still. You can see a lot of new growth. Over here's the spring bulbs. Here's the hyacinth. The buds are getting bigger still, very slowly. Over here's the daffodil. Daffodil has started to sprout. Here you can see some tiny sprouts forming. And over here's the summer snowflakes. Sprouts looks pretty much the same as a few weeks ago. Here I have cleaned up the calla lily, and here's the dahlia, clean up and put away. And here's the grape hyacinth, still lots of leaves. And the peony sprouts looks about the same. They're gonna sprout next year. I clean up the Hydrangea macrophylla. You can see all the leaves are gone now. And if you look closely, you can see the dormant buds have formed. And they're sort of all over the plant. Here's the shooting star variety, still green, and you can see still lots of sprouts underneath the plant. And here's the winter jewel. The flowers are still forming, but the flower spikes are getting taller. Should be opening soon, but yeah, never had these. We'll see. Been a while since we checked the indoor garden. Here you can see some of these yellow things. These are very sticky surfaces. The yellowness attracts the fungus gnats, and that's the reason why I put them there. Let's take a look at the orchid. Here you can see this Phalaenopsis flower spike forming. Here's more flowers opening from this Phalaenopsis. Very beautiful. And here's the mini dendrobium. Pretty much all the flowers have opened. Give you a closer look at the flower. Here's the other dendrobium. All the flowers are opened as well. And also, if you look closely at the base of the plant, you can see some new growth forming. Same as this one over here. There's also a new growth. And here are the mini oncidium flowers. Pretty much all the flowers are open now. And here you can see some of the flowers are already falling. I feel like the smaller the flowers are, the shorter their lifespan is for orchids. And here's the lady slipper orchid. You can see these two flowers are gone. And this is the dried up flower. And here's the odontocidium commonera. These flowers are still around, and this old flower spike has dried up. Here's another odontocidium. And here's the elephant bush. It's dropping a lot of leaves, as you can see. I think this is a seasonal thing. It's also dropping some part of the branches. Here's the zebra plant. You can see it's sending out a lot of new baby plants from the side. Here's the frizzle sizzle. Lots of leaves still. The newer leaves are not curly at all. And also lots of older leaves are drying up. It's also a seasonal thing. I think it's just dying back now. Still not really seeing signs of bulb division. Here's the snake plant, cylindrical snake plant. You can see some new growth forming from the plant. And right here, this one, I believe this leaf over here is a new one that just formed. And here's the string of pearls. A lot of new growth, actually. I'm really surprised. Yeah, you can see a lot of new growth all over the vines. And over here's the pitcher plants. All those little new growths are getting a lot bigger now. You can see these plants are looking very healthy. And that original plant still getting longer. And over here, I'm going to show you something really cute. Here is a tiny little pitcher that is forming from one of those new growth. And here's just more footage of that little pitcher with a better lighting.